Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello again, it's me again. Hey there, hi there, ho there. I have just successfully updated to Windows 10. Basically jumping from Windows 7 to Windows 10. And in the process, I've also had, success at that. I've also had to update my Manycam. Manycam, Manycam. They have a free program that lets you encode crap and broadcast it to the internet. They also have, but in order to unlock all the features, you have to subscribe to a $20 a year service minimum, and I find that kind of galling. I will pay. I will pay once for a program. I do not like, this device, this app. It does this. It's not worth paying for over and over and over and over again. Not like that. No. $20. It's practically nothing. Yeah. Same could be said of the program. This is what's honking me off is that my Minicam program was version 4.0. In order, but 4.0 would not work with Windows 10. It said and wouldn't start. So I had to upgrade to the new free version, which is 6.0 of Minicam. The kick in the cojones is that this new free version of webcam has even less features than the old one. I can't play a slideshow anymore. It only lets me show 2 images at a time, and it's right now it's going back and forth between the two I picked. Isn't it exciting? I do not like having some. I might have eventually bought the professional. In fact, I did buy the professional upgrade once, back when it was like version 3 point something, and inevitably I had to upgrade it, and the fact that I paid for it before meant nothing. So yeah, some just greedy bastards. I'm a trifle annoyed. Ugh. Chroma key, lower third. Got a time thingamajiggy. Got a drawing thingamajiggy. That grinds my butt. Fortunately, I'm able to hobble along with Adobe Flash Media and with my little trusty headset microphone. I told you before, I'm dreaming. I spend most of my time dreaming of setting aside a little cash, getting a new computer, one that's upgraded sufficiently to. I don't like being arm twisted into subscribing to a service I don't want. I really need to talk to other people that do live streaming on a more professional basis. Ask them what they use. I fiddled around with Webcam Max. I remember the free version. Anyways, it's more of a toy than anything. It just adds all these nifty effects, but it doesn't do the work. Uh, Cheap junk. The thing of it is that Minicam is supposed to be able to hook straight up to. It's supposed to be able to hook straight up to YouTube without any intermediary programs. It doesn't. I've tried. I sat here for 10 minutes trying to get the thing to hook up and won't. It just sits there and goes. "Ugh." So, if they made it so that it would, if they made it so that it would, I would be all over it. I'd be happy to pay $20 a month or $20 a year, $20 a month, whatever. I would be happy with it. But this is not happening. It's not happening. He's not working. He's not doing what he's supposed to. So, you know, back to the drawing board, Minicam. You want my money? Bring out a product that does everything it says it does. This is one of the things holding up the whole issue. The whole issue with intellectual properties and the issues with trademarks and patents and copyrights and all this other stuff is that uh, once you get it in your head that you can get money for an idea, you don't even have to make something. You just have to have an idea, and they'll pay it for you. That's kind of a hard drug to give up, and it's an invitation for all sorts of corruption. No lie at all. Oh shoot. There are days I've sat there and fantasized about some company finding out some corporation with deep pockets decided to pilfer one of my things, one of my pieces of artwork. And ching ching, payday. Of course, that's not how it would work in real life. I'm old enough and cynical enough to realize that. The copyright laws as they exist are designed to protect the interests of powerful corporations, not of the creators or the individuals. No. Nobody, you know what copyright is? This, when copyright was first created, copyright protected an original work for 15 years. 15 years. That was all. I've got stuff in my hard drives that back when copyrights and all started, would already be public domain twice over. If you wanted to maintain your claim on your creative work, you had to build on it. You had to create new content constantly, and the rest of it would slide into the public domain. Let's put it this way: if somebody put a patent or a trademark on the wheel, everybody would be dragging around sledges to this day because current copyright law is life plus 75 years. If I remember the exact number, is life plus, well, basically two lifespans. Life for the creator plus 75 years, and that's every kind of ridiculousness. And the ones that applied for it weren't individuals. They weren't individuals. They weren't the descendants of individuals. They weren't family members that were desperate to hold on to their legacy. They were corporation companies. Disney, for instance. Steamboat Willie should have lapsed into public domain a dozen times. Well, half a dozen maybe, but still, you get my point. Meanwhile, we live in a world where original creators can't count on being protected in the courts because corporations have found all sorts of legal loopholes to lay claim to other people's work without paying for it. In cases of engineers and technicians creating new products, creating new items on their own time, and then finding out that they've got a work for hire clause in small print somewhere in their job contract. And the company lays claim to any intellectual creations they make while employed with the company. So you work at Blamco, go home and work on an invention you've been working on for the past 50 years. You successfully market it, the Wonder Widget, and they will swoop in and claim it for themselves. Why? Because they've been paying you enough to keep you fed and watered for the past 5 years, and you signed a piece of paper that said everything that you created was theirs. The way the comic book company screwed over uh, the original artists and creators. Man, what they did, they shafted the guys who created Superman. I mean, reamed them, and it's awful. They took them for everything, and they never recovered. These two guys, they tried to make something new, and after Superman, Superman was taken completely out of their control. They tried to make something new, and everything they created was a flop. And I think Siegel and Schuster was their name. Was it Simon and Schuster or Siegel and Schuster? Well, anyway, the two men that created Superman, they died, and I think their last surviving widow is getting like a pittance from DC Comics every year. What they did to the all the original creators of all the characters that just shafted over and over and over and over again. People made to do just sweatshop work, cranking out dozens and dozens of pages just for a few pennies a page. It was small wonder they wanted in the comic strip syndicates. Horrible what they did to them. They laid claim to everything that was created. The music industry, just as horrible. Motown Records screwed them so hard. Oh man. One of the practices of the record industry, they would let a band or a musician cut an album, and then they would mothball it. Just stick it on a shelf someplace to gather dust forever. Reason, purpose, to keep it out of the hands of anybody else. They weren't going to market it, but nobody else was going to get to either. They didn't think it was going to make them enough money, but they made sure it made nobody else any money either, especially the artist. And these people, the singing group TLC, back in the '90s, they sold like a couple of double platinum albums, and still went bankrupt. They were living. Well, this is how they do it. They take them in. They get these kids. They get them hyped up on the idea of getting this fantastic deal. Swimming pools and movie stars if you sign up with us. And the kids sign their rights away to everything they create. And they living great. They're riding in limousines, but it's all the record labels' money. They don't own anything, and the company puts them on the treadmill and runs them into the ground. And and throws some goodies at them every now and then to keep them pacified. It's just absolutely wretched. I have no idea if you can hear me or not. I can see that there are two of you out there watching. If you can hear me, please type something in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Please. I'm still working out. I just upgraded my computer or my Windows anyway to Windows 10, and had to upgrade a couple other programs, and I'm still shaking out the loose pieces. So please tell me. Do not, don't sit idle. I hate that. I hate it when people do. People go online. You can go to chat rooms all over the internet, and there will be dozens of people signed in, and nobody's saying anything for hours. What did I do? Just staring at the screen and drooling slightly? Why are you wasting the bandwidth God gave you? You're not just hurting yourself, you're hurting everybody. 10 million people sitting on the, billions of people sitting on the internet, idle, doing nothing but taking up bandwidth and slowing down the whole damn internet for everyone. If you don't want to talk, do us the courtesy of shutting off your computer. I love that these people are, oh, I love nature, I love the environment, and they do this crap. These are, millions of people sitting around talking about how they want to save the trees, but when it comes down to it, they sit in front of the computer just burning up electricity like there was no tomorrow, wasting it on a blank screen. What do they do for fun? Invite their girlfriend over to watch a blank videotape? Maybe eat a bowl of unpopped popcorn? Come on! Pretend you're a sapient being. Communicate. Got a wonderful library with thousands of books with blank pages in them. It is 10:30 anyway. I don't even know if this broadcast has worked. I don't know if the audio's come through. I don't know anything. And my audience of 2 people is not helping. They're not doing anything. They sit there and watch. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shut down. I'll see you all there. And apparently, they obviously heard me say that because they just logged out. Thank you. Thank you so much for communicating back to me. Deeply appreciate that. Now, this day has been more or less, the highlight of my day is that I actually managed to bag up some trash in my living room. That's the pinnacle of my achievements today. Yeah. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow. Well, at least somebody. Thank you, Amiga Dragon. One last minute response. At least I know somebody can hear me out there. That's sending a Bueller. Try again tomorrow. I'll see you all. Y'all take care. Good night.